Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Adventures of Darach in Skyrim. While we follow Darach's adventures. So last episode we left off just as a dragon was attacking. So now we're beginning the episode a little chaotically in the middle of the fight. We'll do our best to fight him from the ground. Our archery is not proving very effective. It's always so annoying when they just go flying all over the place. I find that it's almost like, oh, what is this, force horn? Or maybe not. I find that it's almost like the dragons are too large for the world. Or something. This is the way that Skyrim is built. They just feel huge. Which I guess is the point, but they're almost too big. Like, look at it comparatively to the side of that mountain. Like, it's just ridiculous. And then they have nowhere to land, and it's very hard to fight them. They're actually probably my least favorite thing to fight in Skyrim is dragons. And it's not that they're difficult, they're just annoying to fight. I find. Unless you're a master of archery, I guess. Which I am not. I use it, but I'm not like... You know, you see some of those trick shots that people do online, and it's just... I don't know. I don't know how you can spend enough time, like through trial and error, I guess, to determine exactly where the things are gonna fly, to be able to do some of those things. Like when they just shoot them like straight up into the air, and then they land on someone's head or something. Probably you'd have to do it over and over and over and over again till it actually worked, but it's just, I don't have the patience for that. We'll still need your services, Imperial. He was helpful with the dragon. Now he can be of help with the bears. Maybe. I don't know what he wants. Okay. Oh boy. There we go. Faendal the Hunter. You need Faendal on archery. That's how you do it. Yeah, I don't know where our zombie Imperial went. He just disappeared. He wasn't very much use at all. We're gonna be way over encumbered. What we can do about that. To be fair, I think that's one of the few dragons that I've actually killed in this game. Like in this playthrough.
What can I get for you? What do you need?
So, it's probably a good idea, because we'll need dragon souls. Not that I use shouts all that often anyway, but...
Let me know if you need anything.
How about you guys? Do you use shouts, or do you use magic more? I find I use magic a lot more than shouts. We just need to play around with this and see what we can get rid of, or what we can do to kind of bring down our carry weight here. I don't really want to walk in that encumbered state all the way home, so we're not going to do that. So we're going to find some other way to make this work.
What can I do for you, friend? Certainly.
Do some trading here. We're gonna make this work. We are gonna make this work.
Certainly.
One way or another.
You...
What are we at? Alright, still way too high. And those, all of the dragon parts are so heavy. Like, I get it. It's coming from a dragon, but... Sorry for the slowness of this part, just trying to... We're so close. We have a discrepancy of 5.
I've got your
I
back.
don't know what that 5 is equal to.
What do you need?
I'm assuming not pounds. Definitely not kilograms. I don't know. It's some arbitrary number.
What do you want me to carry?
So there was kind of a weird cut there. My recording equipment shut off, so just turned it back on. I don't think we really lost too much of anything, so... However, now we are ready to go. Which is good. Now we can continue on the journey. We have a delivery to make, which is very important. He's been anxiously awaiting the return of his sword for, well, at least a couple thousand years, I would expect.
Leave me alone. I don't have time for this foolishness. Now come along quietly and we will.
Red guards harassing a potential suspect. I don't even remember that quest. I know kind of what it is, like I know who's involved, but I don't remember how it plays out. I don't even remember actually doing it. I know I have at some point, but the game really wants you to do it, though. You always find those red guards all over the place, questioning random women. It's kind of ridiculous. Alright. We'll head on up. Head to the inn. Hand in a sword. Very simple. Dragonborn courier service. I don't think we're gonna run the standard courier out of business, though. He's pretty dedicated.
Good afternoon.
Alright, so now we can finally sell some junk off and try to make some space here. If you haven't been following the playthrough, the reason why Old Hroldan looks so different from vanilla is that this is actually a mod that's running. And this one, I actually did a showcase of the mod, so I'll leave a link to that. If you're watching this on YouTube, then it'll pop up on the corner. So you can check that out as well. Can't remember the name of the mod offhand. Old Hroldan Ruins or something like that. Okay, so it looks like he buys just about everything, which is good. I've been having a lot of trouble selling a lot of
What can I get for you?
these random miscellaneous things. We'll see if he buys them. Really, it's my own fault. I have the economy mod, which basically limits the merchants and what they can buy pretty substantially.
You lead, I'll follow. What do you need? Take a look.
There we go. So now we can finally get rid of some of this stuff.
Farewell.
Rashid. Very good. There we go. Couldn't find the inn there.
Ah, a visitor. Old Hroldan Inn has hundreds of years of history, friend.
Do you remember me now, Hjalti? It's been an honor to serve you, brother. Remember our lessons from the sword masters of Alcair? Let me show you a few things you may have forgotten before we leave Hroldan.
There we go. We finally got that quest turned in, and it was actually kind of helpful there.
How things been with you? Good day.
I kind of thought she might have some comment after I just took care of that. Okay. So now I think we're gonna head back to Hendraheim. Just sort of get rid of the remainder of some of my junk here. So I can actually be a little less encumbered. It's weird. Alright. No looting the wolf. Oh, okay. Odd. And I'm almost encumbered again. Just crazy. I just gotta remember how to get there. I know it's up a hill. I just don't remember where the road is, or if there is a road. Or some kind of a pathway. Oh, that's cool. Huh. Really neat ruin along the way. Have to go and investigate that at some point, I think. Always with the random paths leading off, right? The Skyrim mountain climbing. Oh, man. I wonder if the developers knew people were going to do that. Like if there was testers when they were still testing the game, if if they were hopping up the sides of mountains.
What can I get for you? What do you want me to carry?
Okay, so now we're gonna try to get rid of as much junk as we can. So this is basically going to be an organizing and yeah, basically just organizing all my junk. So I haven't heard anything in the comments.
You go on ahead.
I would like to know basically if all this organizing junk stuff, if you want to have that still in the videos just like how it is right now, or if you prefer if I speed through it. Doesn't really matter to me either way. I've just been leaving it in case people are interested, which again I haven't heard one way or another, so I'll take it as it's okay. It's weird. I don't know if he's supposed to look like that. Yeah, he's the only one who's holding the shield like that, so I'm not sure. That might be a glitch, I don't know. Anyway. So we'll get our new Vigil armor displayed. I guess I have some extras. Get rid of them. I was just keeping that, the golden stuff because I thought maybe... it's semi-unique. I guess not really. Once you kill a few of the bandits. I'm not sure if you actually find those weapons anywhere else or if they're just restricted to the Creation Club zones. That's the other part of this. I have to find where I had organized everything. This is not my typical home, so this playthrough is the first time I've ever used this home, actually. Some random potions. Alchemical research, that's what we're doing right now. This is like early science. Wow. Granted, the real world alchemists didn't have ectoplasm and Nern roots, but the same concept. Mix things together and see what happens. Yeah, that makes sense. We do want to keep some of these things. I know, like, things like the saber cat teeth and stuff like that I'm going to want for crafting. When I actually get to building my own homestead. Actually, I think maybe everything down here as far as storage is all just unique stuff. Like, you have the mannequins, but I think everything else is unique. Yeah, you can't use those cupboards. But like all these... like the... yeah, all these weapon racks and stuff. They're all for specific weapons. And then of course like the bugs and jars and that kind of thing. So there's a lot of unique storage in the basement here. Yes, the encumbered walk. But we knew we were going to do that here, so it's all part of it. This is my general storage. We'll drop some stuff in here. Again, I usually keep those amulets for crafting, really. Because once you start building your own house, then you can build all your shrines and everything. You'll need a bunch of those. Well, depending on if you build more than one, but you need those amulets, right? Just a lot easier if you already have them collected. I'm thinking of maybe disenchanting that helmet. Like, my enchanting skills are not that great at the moment, but I think if we just go ahead and do it anyway, we could yeah, have some extra benefit. Then I don't have to use that elf helmet, which I don't really like using. To be honest, the main reason I don't use the elf helmet is just because I don't really like the look of it. A lot of people really like elven armors and that kind of thing. I'm just not a fan. I like the more, I don't know. I guess none of them are really realistic looking, but probably they're the considered the more boring looking, the ones that I like. Yeah, those open books, they don't go on these shelves. They won't work. I think those open books are, well, I'm not sure. They're either added by books, or the narrative loot. But either way, they don't fit on bookshelves. Ah, there we go. Figured they'd be around somewhere. This was from that, the Undercroft quest. Okay. Oh. That was weird. Just didn't want to open. Riches beyond imagining. I guess we should probably do that one too. It's a neat quest if you haven't done it. That's it's a mod, Forgotten City, I think. It's actually really good. I don't know what this is. Byron Racing. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to check into that. I have so many quests to do, it's ridiculous. Like with these mods, you could literally just play Skyrim forever. Well, until the save bloat kills your game save. Save bloat will get you every time. Like, it doesn't matter. No matter if you have no mods, all kinds of mods, very few mods, whatever. You're gonna get save bloat eventually. And then your game just, like, basically that's just when it slows down. I know with vanilla it doesn't have nearly the same kind of effect, but it still happens. I remember when I was playing on Xbox 360, so there was no mods at all because the system just didn't allow for it, and I got save bloat on that, and after, I think it was after like level 60, 70, somewhere in there, the game basically just became unplayable because it was so slow, like trying to go anywhere through doorways, things like that. You're waiting for you know, a good 5 minutes plus just to get through. Okay, so we'll see. We might be wrapping it up soon, actually. Probably close to about half an hour or so by now. I don't want these episodes to get too draggy, especially with all the sorting and placing and all that kind of stuff. Here we go. Yep. Oh boy. So, I'm sure that I won't be able to make, like, my enchantment won't be that strong, which kind of sucks, but yeah. And I don't plan to do any of those, like, enchanting exploits and all that garbage. I just find that to be so pointless. I don't know how people play like that and enjoy the game. Like, if you do all these exploits, it's just like, well, okay, so you've exploited the game in such a way to make your character, like, completely invulnerable. Like, you know, like, if you do it in a, you know, the way that it was kind of intended, I would say, then you get benefits, you get stronger, or that sort of thing. But it's not so overpowered that it just makes the game pointless, right? Like, you still have a lot of challenge involved and that kind of thing. But if you do all these things, like, you use all these exploits to be able to get the strongest possible versions of everything. Like, and in a really gamey sort of way, it just makes it so that it's like, well, what's the point, you know? Just put the game on extremely easy and walk around destroying everything then. It's basically what you're doing, right? I don't know, that's my rant. Yeah, people can play however they want, I guess. If that's maybe that's part of the, maybe that's it. Maybe people just who do that, they get enjoyment out of the sort of exploration of the equation that they need to go through in order to create the most overpowered character. Like using stackable effects and all that kind of thing in order to make, like, swords that do 20,000 damage and all that kind of stuff. Like, to me, it kind of kills the spirit of the game and doesn't really make any sense. But you know, for some people, maybe that's enjoyable. I just don't get it. But I also I hate to just be so judgmental and tell people how they should or shouldn't play the game, right? That's totally not my style at all. Like, you can do whatever you want. I just don't get it. That's what I'm getting at. I don't understand the fun in it, but I guess that's why I don't do it. Okay, we'll move on from this rant. Okay. And yeah, we're gonna do this. Yeah, no, we gotta use this. Although, although, here's the thing. Our enchanting skills are not good enough. Or I should say our, blacksmithing skills are not good enough. So what I should do, because I don't have that arcane blacksmithing yet, so I'm gonna go and make the strengthen this, like reinforce it. If I can. We'll see what materials I need. And then I'll put the enchantment on. See, this is not using an exploit. This is just using the game mechanics the way they're supposed to. If I wanted to do an exploit, I would just sit there enchanting. That's the other thing, like in order to do that kind of stuff, you need to have like your enchanting maxed out. And so people just stand at the enchanting table for an hour just enchanting random items, build all the daggers or whatever, and then enchant them. That kind of thing. To me, that just seems incredibly boring. There we go. Should have everything we need. The frost troll is the most fearsome of its kind. Remember trolls in Oblivion? They were so weird. They didn't even look like anything. They were just this weird, formless mass of brown. If anyone has played Oblivion, I think they were probably some of the worst looking enemies in that game. Don't get me wrong, I love Oblivion. And a lot of the stuff in Oblivion is very charming, like the landscapes and even the NPCs that everybody hates. I don't mind them. There we go. Everything has been slightly optimized. That's cool. I have no idea what mod I'm running that's giving me all this stuff. Well, some of this is from the Beyond Skyrim mod. Like all that. I'm not sure what they had it named as, but like that Cyrodiilic leather armor, that kind of thing. Yeah, I don't have that arcane enchanting though. What a nice looking sunset. There we go. Beautiful landscapes. This is the Obsidian weather mod, by the way. I find it's a little more subtle than some of the others. I used to use one, I think it's called Climates of Tamriel, and it was good, but it was very very involved, we'll say. It did a lot of changes to things, whereas Obsidian, I use Obsidian. It works with my Creation Club survival mode, and you know, it's a little less, it's kind of like a lighter weather mod, I find. And if you just look at the size difference, it's crazy. Like your file size for your climates was like, oh, how big was it? Huge. It's like 70. Yeah, I can't remember the size, but it was easily 10 times or more the size of Obsidian. So if you're looking to limit your file sizes, especially, I don't know, I just find if you use the mods that have smaller file sizes, they're less involved and they tend to run substantially better. If you have something that's this monstrosity of a file, even like, unless they're optimized really well, like Beyond Skyrim Bruma, okay, that's a huge one, and I'm surprised at how well it actually works. But they obviously did a lot of work there to make it work. But if you want a perfectly running game, then I would suggest don't use them. Don't even use that one, even though I love it and I have it on basically every playthrough. If you want a perfectly running game, if you're looking for performance, then don't use those huge ones, because they'll kill the performance on your game. Anyway, so we're just gonna get prepared for heading out, and then we're gonna cut this episode off, and when we come back, we'll be on our next adventure. I really hate this though. I don't understand why it's making double of everything. Like, it makes 2 or 4 or whatever of stuff, and I don't know what's causing that, and I don't want to play around with my load order because I don't want to screw up my game. But yeah, it's obviously some kind of a mod conflict or something. Just gives me too many things back. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to double check that, and then whenever I decide to play a new game, I'll have to fix it before then. All right, so we're gonna head out.
We heading out?
Which means, yes, we're gonna head out. Which means we're gonna cut off this episode. So I want to thank you so much for being here and watching through this video if you made it to this point. And look forward to seeing you in the next one. Definitely consider giving me a like here if you enjoyed it and subscribing to the channel. Really appreciate it. Until next time, take care.